The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Oh, hell no!
Whatever.
The following program contains opinions expressed by the Dead Zone. If you find this broadcast offensive, lighten up, candy ass.
What?
Oh my gosh.
It's a radio show.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Power up request received. Initiating systems. Powering up transmitters. Welcome to the Dead Zone.
Wait a minute.
Hear this.
Dead Zone, back in our new studio. Kitsie Duncan will be our guest tonight. She was on a couple of weeks ago, a replay we did for her. Great friend of the show. Plus we have a brand new house band, Sea of Snakes. They got a brand new one out called Son of Man. It's really cool. But first, here's Michelle with the Paranormal News. I almost forgot, like I always say to you guys, come see us. 2 are free. Hannah House in Indianapolis and Non-Con in Ohio. Come see us. They're coming up soon. Check out the Facebook page, whatever you want. And the big show, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yeah. DeadCon. Check it out. It's going to be great. Oh, I did forget. There's one more coming up. I really can't say anything about just yet. I was told not to. But that one will be in Louisville, Kentucky. And no, it's not Scarefest.
Hey, it's Michelle again, doing paranormal news and events on the Dead Zone. This week's episode is brought to you again by me, Michelle Poi, Associate Broker at Seasons of Indiana Real Estate. Contact me for all your real estate needs through my Dead Zone email, michelle.deadzone@gmail.com. That's Michelle with 2 L's, MICHELLE .deadzone@gmail.com. This episode is also brought to you by K.D. Wakefield, the author of a new suspense thriller called Murderous Masquerade. This is available in paperback or Kindle, so order your copy today on Amazon.
Paranormal News.
Hey guys, it's Michelle with Paranormal News and Events. I was checking out phantomsandmonsters.com and found this story here. Can a rake humanoid attach its energy to someone? A Canadian woman only witnessed a pale humanoid when in the presence of her Swedish ex-boyfriend. Since then, the same entity has again manifested around the ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend. I recently came across the following account. In 2012, my then boyfriend lived in Sweden. I lived in Canada. He came to visit me, and during one of the evenings, I woke up to something strange perched at the foot of the bed. It was a pale, thin, humanoid figure. It was completely hairless, and the legs seemed to be bowed in some way. It seemed to walk on all fours despite looking human. I couldn't see much of its face since it was looking away from me. It looked a lot like the creature from the fictional story, The Rake. When I gasped, it hopped off the bed and into the darkness. My partner heard me and woke to ask me what was wrong. I didn't tell him as to not alarm him while trying to rest. In 2014, he was visiting me once more, and we were once again in bed sleeping. I woke up to hear my boyfriend screaming like I've never heard before. I immediately turned on the light and shook him to try to snap him out of it, but he just screamed, and then he cried. About 30 or so minutes, he finally was calm enough to explain what had happened. Apparently, he woke up to a pale humanoid figure with a gaping mouth and black sunken eyes basically on top of him. As he screamed, the figure slowly backed itself into the closet hole, staring at him, crawling on all fours. I felt sick. I had never told him about what I saw a few years prior. There's no way he could have known and described what I saw perfectly like that. Now it's shown up again. My ex messaged me today, we're still friends, and he told me his now girlfriend has seen the pale man. They were asleep, and apparently she woke up to see this thing stalking around the room, and it noticed her frozen in fear, so it crawled up next to her. My ex woke up and tried to console her. She described what she saw. It apparently was a perfect, exact match to the thing we both saw. I only ever told him what I saw after his experience, and she has never heard of either of our experiences. Is this just a mass coincidence of hallucinating while waking up? Is it a demon or some sort of haunting? I'm really freaked out. Signed, S.H. So anybody out there ever had any experiences with a creature like this, what they call the rake? My son and a friend of his thought that they saw it out in the woods where we live one day a few years back. And it freaked them both out for quite a while. It's still something that he talks about. I've never personally experienced anything like that. But if you have, send me your story at michelle.deadzone@gmail.com.
Hello, this is Christopher St. Booth, and you're listening to The Dead Zone.
Now, the next story that I found was on Coast to Coast AM. Thai paranormal show canceled following controversial ghost hunt. And again, I'm going to say this, I say this all the time. There are words, cities, names in a lot of these stories that I just cannot pronounce very well. So I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. A popular paranormal television program in Thailand has been canceled following a controversial ghost hunt in which one of the investigators dishonored a national heroine. The strange incident reportedly occurred when the team from Chong Song Phi, which translates to the real ghosts, were visiting a temple that serves as a shrine and final resting place for Lady Mo, a weird figure who, legend has it, saved the city's residents from a forced evacuation by invading forces in the 19th century. During the televised hunt, a purported psychic medium claimed to be in communication with Lady Mo's husband and asserted that the spirit told her that his adopted daughter, named Bunlua, had actually been his mistress. Oddly enough, the episode originally aired back in February, and the alleged revelation from the other side apparently did not cause much of a stir. However, for reasons unexplained, word of the ghost hunt began spreading on social media in Thailand over the last few weeks. The simmering discontent over the episode reaching a full boil this week when several officials in Thailand decried the actions of Chong Song Phi's ghost hunters. The show is disrespecting Lady Mo and destroying her and Lady Bunlua's virtue, declared the head of a group dedicated to preserving the heroine's memory. Meanwhile, the individual who oversees the temple dedicated to the heroine demanded that the ghost hunters apologize for their actions. The outrage was also echoed by a local government official who also lambasted the program. They should research the historical facts before going on air like this. Wichian Shantarantai said, "They cannot claim something by contacting ghosts. It's not science." He went on to suggest that the city in which the temple is located may even pursue some kind of legal action against the ghost hunters, as well as the television network behind Chong Song Phi. It would seem that the strong messages of condemnation were received loud and clear as the broadcaster promptly announced that they have decided to cancel the program. So hear that, ghost hunters? Be careful who is actually coming through and giving you messages, and be careful who you tell those messages to. I guess that's what I'm getting out of this. We can't speak our mind at all. Anyway, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, and keeping their head up through everything. Thanks again. Have a great week. Bye.
Are you in a band or know of a band that is currently unsigned and looking for airplay for free? We want to hear from you. One of the main goals of the show is to help promote up-and-coming bands and artists as well as our paranormal community. Getting your name out there can be tough, especially these days. Shoot us an email, deadzonebooking@gmail.com. If your music fits our genre, hard rock, 80s, 90s metal, and new metal, we want to help. All right, like I said at the beginning of the show, a new house band, Sea of Snakes. This one's called Son of Man. I may get a hair up my butt and play too. Who knows? We'll see.
to stop what you're doing and listen.
Do you know where the world's most secret bases are located? Do you know what spooky action at a distance means? Is there a conspiracy by aliens to prevent us from conquering space? And where is the best place in the United States to see a real UFO? Find the answers to all these questions and more in Mac Maloney's new book, Mac Maloney's Haunted Universe. Visit places you never knew existed, the Hampton Tunnels of Tokyo, the UFO Trail in South America, Ong's Hat, and the very mysterious M Triangle. Mac Maloney Haunted Universe contains hundreds of reports on ghosts, haunted planes and ships, weird celebrity deaths, mysterious sounds, and a breakdown of every monster in America, state by state. You've heard him talk about it on the radio. Now get all of Mac's paranormal research in one large volume, Mac Maloney's Haunted Universe, with a foreword by the very famous Juan Juan. On sale now in your local bookstore or on Amazon.com.
This is Rick McCullum of the Hollywood Ghost Hunters, and you're listening to The Dead Zone.
Dead Zone, WDZRDB, worldwide. Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready?
If all radio stations in town were palm trees, we'd be the one with the biggest coconuts.
Here are the one, the only Dead Zone.
Dead Zone Paranormal Radio Show in the new Full Moon Studios. We're back. Hopefully we have all the bugs worked out. Tonight we're going to have Kitsie, Duncan, and KJ, McClellan of Paranormal X Roads. So let's get them on the phone right now. We're waiting, and we're waiting. Here we go. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, I can hear you now, yeah. Can you hear me, or is there a delay? We had a problem with a delay issue.
I can hear you so far. I'm going to double check and make sure what connection my phone is on because it wasn't working on my computer.
Okay, alrighty. Now, can we pull KJ in on this, do you think? Is that going to happen at all? Well, we've lost you completely now, I think.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Oh, no, I didn't know if we could pull her in or not. I didn't, it's, I'm asking you, what do you think? Is she around? Is it possible, or?
Yes, she's waiting for your call.
She's waiting on me, okay. Let me see, I've forgotten how to do this here. How do I pull her in? Okay, you know what, I can't let you go, though, because you have another interview right after this, right? So, dadgummit. I guess we should have tried this earlier. Well, I've got them both here. I got you both here, but it's not allowing me to contact her. Ordinarily, that gives you the option to... We'll get there. There you go. Now, see, I don't have that option. Is that on the messenger window? I don't have it here at the old shop I did, but here in... there we go. I saw that. Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
All right. All right. KJ. Hi. How are you? We were having a little trouble there. Well, welcome.
Here we are.
Here you are.
Thank you for having us.
All right, man. Thank you for coming on. As you know, we're in a new studio now. We've had Kitsie do a replay. We've done a replay for her like a couple of times ago, but something brand new, something that you guys have started, Paranormal X Road TV show, right?
Yes. So it's called Paranormal Crossroad.
Okay.
But I thought it'd be really cool, like 1992 cool,
with
and
the
throw
X.
an X in there.
Right.
And it's just causing all kinds of confusion.
I understood what it meant, what it went for, because I mean the company I worked for, the logo I created was Graphic FX, and we used FX. So you're absolutely right. Old school. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like X Games 1998.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So where'd you come up with the idea? How did that come about?
So the Oddity Files team broke up, and I wasn't ready to quit investigating. But it's not something you do by yourself.
Right, and you shouldn't.
Actually, I thought I was going to do it by myself, and I was trying to figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
And
well, that's actually frowned upon.
Halloween night, I was sitting there.
Yeah.
I was sitting there watching the movie Poltergeist.
Right.
And it was watching it as a paranormal investigator was amazing because the movie opens up with paranormal activity, and then they bring in the investigators, and the investigators do everything they can, and then they seal it up with a nice little bow when they bring in Tangina, the medium.
Right.
And I'm like, this needs to be a thing.
Right.
So here we are. It's KJ and I are the people that spent the night at the poltergeist house, and Tiffany is our Tangina.
All right, yeah. No, she's the one that couldn't make it tonight, right? And I think Michelle has her scheduled for next week or something.
Correct.
Right. So.
Okay, perfect.
The most interesting thing that's happened during this new program you guys are doing. Tell me that.
Oh, well, this is the first time KJ's ever done anything like this. She's been in the spiritual world, so I'm going to let her take over and talk about what she finds exciting, because it's all exciting.
Oh, it's all exciting, yeah. But
sure.
Yeah, I'm meaning the most interesting thing that just blew you away, you know? It's like, oh my God, did I just see that, you know?
Well, I think, you know, for me, because it started out, Kitsie's going to be doing this alone, and I was like, hey, come on over to my house, because I got a light going on and off.
Oh yeah.
And that's new.
Yeah.
Well, it talked back to me, so why don't you come talk to the light?
To the light. So like the old flashlight trick, right?
And so she.
Like,
yes, but this was a touch lamp, and it happened to be going off. I was hosting virtual bingo, and it was like the light was like someone was like screaming, "I have bingo!"
Wow!
And so that was really interesting for me, and so I called Kitsie and said, "You want to come investigate?" And then, I mean, what blew me away was that we went from understanding my grandmother was coming through, and she was very excited about what I was doing with the bingo thing. But then she brought my mother through, and then there was this moment where the spirits told Kitsie to leave the room.
Uh-oh.
And you know, like, I don't even watch ghost shows. Like, I'm like, I don't even know what's happening here, but these spirits just told Kitsie to get out, so she's leaving. So I'm sitting alone with the odd box, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna make conversation.
Yeah.
And she says from the room next door, I heard the name Phil.
Okay.
And that is my moment, because Phil is my father. She did not know that.
Right.
There was no way. And I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, well.
I mean, I think she actually came back into the room, and it was like, plot twist.
Right. Well, that is cool.
I think I literally said that out loud.
Yeah, yeah.
That is cool.
So that's most certainly the moment that I was like, this is amazing, and this changed things for me, and I want to be a part of this show.
Right. And this you guys just recently started this.
A little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I think you do. I think there is a little bit of one. But like I said, you guys just recently started doing this, right? I mean, it hasn't been that long ago, right?
No, we actually, I think I investigated right before Christmas at her house. Like a month later, I threw an episode up on YouTube, and people love it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I told you it's based on the poltergeist, but what's different about this show is we're not looking for the scare factor.
Right.
We're actually going into people's homes, going into people's places of work,
right,
that are scared of the paranormal activity that's going on there.
Right.
And we're finding out who is actually haunting or visiting this location and what their message is.
Right. I mean, that's
so there's tears of joy.
That's basically what we do. I mean, when we do a residential, you know, we go in and we're not looking to scare anyone. We're trying to help, right? But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
So it's just you two. Sometimes the third person, Tiffany, who runs the cameras, or do you just set them up beforehand? You just set them up before. Go ahead.
Well, that's how I was doing it until I asked KJ's husband. We call him producer Patches. I'm like, how would you feel about doing audio checks while we're doing this?
Right.
And holding a camera.
Right.
He's like, I'm down. So
sure.
He is producer Patches.
Well, cool. Okay, well, awesome. So yeah, I mean, what kind of cameras do you use? Do you just use the one? Does he have a stabilizer or anything like that?
Oh no, we are gritty is what we've been come to be known as.
Gritty, okay.
It's handheld, baby.
Okay, so it has Blair Witch, right?
Absolutely, as close as we can get.
Right.
But less scary.
Right. The movement, the jerky movements, and everything. Yeah, I mean, that makes it kind of fun. It's like the movies. What is it? Paranormal Activity. Kind of like that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So, when's your next scheduled?
Yeah. So we've got.
Go ahead.
Our next scheduled one is actually next week. We're heading to a comedy club that we had actually borrowed for a short time to do interviews with another paranormal team that was turning a case over to us.
Right.
But then some weirdness happened, and instead of talking throughout this whole interview, I'm going to hand the mic over virtually to KJ, and she can tell us about what we had happen to us in the middle of this interview.
All right.
Yes. So another moment where we are, we're interviewing another paranormal investigative team who has asked us to come in and assist with a homeowner that's pretty distressed about what's going on. And so step one, let's meet with the team that's already been there and get their take on what's going on and the information that they've collected and the backstory. So imagine you're sitting in a comedy club, and this comedy club is kind of decked out. I mean, a little bit off. The walls are black, that black that you can do like chalk writing on, and the curtains are red, and it's it's the perfect vibe for a paranormal show.
Right.
And we're listening to the team tell us what's going on, and the curtain behind us is moving like there's no way that's not a person that's behind us.
Right. Okay.
To the point that we all had to stop. And I knew the club owner had said that his partner may be in, and I am familiar with his partner, so I'm calling out his name. Like, it must be Brad.
Right.
And then I'm like, "Hi, Brad."
Right.
And Brad does not answer.
Nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing. And I had heard the footsteps too, and Patches had seen lights flickering on and off. So, and then
Patches, yeah.
I'm moving the footage over off of the camera, and I am taking videos of my computer screen and sending it over to KJ and Patrick, because you see somebody moving in that hallway.
Okay. No, someone moving in the hallway.
There was somebody back there. Somebody was back there.
Right.
Nobody answered us. Even though it wasn't our club, we went and opened every single door and looked in every single storage closet. And was like, there's nobody here.
Right. Now you say
there's two ways in and out of the place. We could all see from the stage we were on.
Right.
And then where Patches was filming, he could see the other door. And they were big metal doors, so we would have heard them.
Right.
So we're like, we need to come back. So that's where we're headed next.
That's where you're going next. Okay. When you say you could see them on your film, right, on the camera, you could see it move, or you could see the figure.
You see a shadow.
You see a shadow. Okay. Yeah. Is there any history of the place that might suggest who that may be?
Well, I'm a self-proclaimed empath. I guess there's probably not a DNA test for that. So yes, I'm an empath.
Yeah.
And as soon as I walked in the place, I got that, that gut feeling you get.
Right.
And I asked him, I'm like, so is the place haunted? He's like, no. It was this, that, and the other. And then we're talking a little more, and all of a sudden he's like, I have a guy, Brad, here who's here late at night. And one point, he was so terrified of something that happened to him, he couldn't remember exactly what that happened to him, that he crawled out of the club with a box cutter in his hand, on his hands and knees.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So we're like, let's talk to Brad.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, nothing weird has happened.
Yeah, right? So did you talk?
Oh, you couldn't have left with that?
Did you guys talk to Brad yet, or will that be this upcoming investigation?
That'll investigation.
That will be this
I know
one. Okay.
we put feelers out there to find out if it was Brad, and it was, everything going back and forth. We got lost in translations. We're going to get to the bottom of if that was Brad or not.
Right. So you did your research.
We'll find out what it was that scared Brad.
Yeah, absolutely. But KJ, I want you to tell him about PopCon.
Oh goodness, yes. So this will be the second part of our episode, and we're so excited about this.
PopCon, okay.
It's never been done at PopCon before, which is the big Indianapolis pop culture convention, July 9th through the 11th. And on July 9th, the Friday night of PopCon, we are going to do Paranormal Crossroad live in front of a studio audience.
All right. That will be very cool.
We're the first paranormal team filming live in front of a studio audience.
Right.
So
right.
We're moving and we're shaking and we're trying to do something new.
Right.
Yes.
Shake it up a little bit. Yeah.
Evidence from three of our investigations that we've done, including this one with Brad.
Right.
That's coming up at the comedy club, and kind of bring them out, share what we found, let them share their stories and anything new that's gone on since we investigated. And then we will bring spirit medium Tiffany Rice out on stage. She'll be backstage in the soundproof booth with the headphones on. She doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
And we'll bring her out and see what messages come through from the spirits to help these people have peace at home.
Right, that would be awesome.
Kind of that old school Montel and Sylvia Brown style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're big fans of the 90s around here.
Right.
We are.
Right. Now you guys are both in Indianapolis, right?
We are.
You are. Okay. Have you thought about maybe doing something down in the tunnels or something like that?
The one team I knew that investigated the tunnels, like right when they first opened them up to the public, said they absolutely got zero activity. So
right.
No, I'm not interested.
Not interested? Okay, yeah. I've never been there myself either. I mean,
and, kind of from my angle of like, I haven't really done the notoriously haunted places. I went on one investigation with Kitsie when she was doing Oddity Files, but right. I kind of feel like the space that our show is operating in, where we are going to people's homes and going to people's workplaces where they're experiencing things that they don't understand and they're scared of, is really
the way to go. Yeah,
where we will be heading.
Right. Yeah. Rather than the over budgeted.
It's our calling, I think, if you will.
Over budgeted nothing but make me some money. Big places that everyone goes to. Yeah, I get you, and I agree completely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This comedy.
I did that for years, and I'm done with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about marketing for some people. Sorry to say, but it's true. The comedy club, that is, I'm assuming, in Indianapolis too, right? You said that, right?
Yes. Okay. It's on the west side. Yep, it's in Avon, and it's actually, they're super excited because they're reopening at the end of June, so they can have people back in. So we're getting in there to investigate right before they reopen.
That's very cool. And it's once again, though, you did your research on the place, and evidently you couldn't find or couldn't come up with any reason why this particular place would be haunted, for lack of a better word, by someone.
We don't go in and do a lot of research on the places. We just kind of go in and get the evidence.
Yeah.
And, talk to the homeowners about it and see if it meshes up. Because 9 times out of 10, at least for us, it's a family member that's haunting these people. It's not the house they're haunting.
Right.
And it's not they're haunting the family member. They're there to help a family member through something.
Right. We've often said that time and time again. A lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it's not the place, it's a person, it's someone in the family. And it doesn't necessarily mean it goes on forever. It just happens. It'll progress for a short bit of time and it's gone. So you're going to have that posted on your website too, paranormalxroad.com, and you'll have that up next week?
Yes.
It will be up next week, okay? Paranormal X Road.
So that investigation, yep, you got it. Paranormalxroad.com. If you want the shorter link, pxroad.com also works. Okay. And you'll find on there our latest episode, and you will also find the link to get tickets if you want to come to the show on July 9th and be a part of the studio audience and see Paranormal done live.
There you go.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and PopCon is an absolute blast if you haven't been. It's a very family friendly, great fan. It's run by fans for fans, so it's a great fan experience, and we're excited to be a part of that. So July 9th, you can join us live.
July 9th, you guys.
And make sure you not sign up, but like our Facebook page. We've got some really huge announcements coming out soon. So it's just Paranormal X Road on Facebook. We also have a Facebook fan group which is just PX Roadies. And we've actually got some super exciting news.
All right.
Like within the next, week and a half, KJ?
We are 8 days away.
8 days. It comes quick, right? It comes really quick. But yeah. Now, since you guys are...
We're 8 days away from really exciting, super terrifying news.
Right. Now, since you guys are in Indy...
How's that for a tease?
There you go. Since you guys are in Indy, will you be, or do you know if you'll be coming to the Paranormal Day at Hannah House?
I don't think we're going to be able to make it this year.
Okay.
Both KJ and I work for a photo op company that travels all over the country at different conventions.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's going to tie up a lot of our weekends starting in July.
That is one of the worst things about what we do. Every place, every convention, they're all happening around the same 2 or 3 months and competing for your dollars, basically, your attention. Right? So you got to pick and choose, right?
Oh, yeah. And right now, I mean, everybody's just trying to play catch up for the last year.
Oh, yeah.
So they're just taking whatever dates are available.
Right.
And it's going to be a little insane.
It will be.
KJ and I filming the Paranormal X Road stuff during the week and then traveling all over the country on the weekend.
And that terrifying thing that's happening in 8 days.
In 8 days.
Just throw that in too, because we're glutton for punishment.
In 8 days, man. Very cool. I'm gonna go check you guys out. I'm gonna check out your.
Indy as well, aren't you?
I'm in Clay City. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes away.
Oh.
Yeah, we live on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We would love for you to join us. That would be super fun.
It would be great. It would be awesome. I'd like to. Man, I was completely lost my mind. I was gonna say something and I've totally forgot it now. Good gosh.
Oh, welcome to our world.
Man, I'm telling you.
I think I did that 3 times today.
Yeah.
I do it every day.
Right. No, that would I'd love to. I'd love for Michelle and I to come and check you guys out in 8 days. Wow. I have no idea what we've got going on. We've got things scheduled. we have events scheduled that we're supposed to be to that I don't even know. Michelle will. She takes care of everything. I know nothing. I just do what she tells me. But
I'll send her all the information.
Do that, would you please? Thank you so much, because I'll forget. Oh man. Once again, though, I've totally lost my train of thought now. So, anything else you'd like to say about your upcoming events?
No, we just love to have everybody at PopCon for sure. I don't know, KJ, should we give a little hint about this big announcement in 8 days? Because this goes up on Sunday, so it'll be 5 days, 6 days.
Oh gosh, you're killing me.
You're
killing me with the stress. Let's do it. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Because this will be, it'll be statewide. We have an opportunity to launch a full season of Paranormal Crossroad, and this is the announcement to the world. No one knows this yet.
Here we go, exclusive. Exclusive, yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. This is an get a drum roll or something.
All right. There you go.
Thank you. Paranormal Crossroad has the opportunity to launch a full season on network TV.
All right.
WNDY, which is carried statewide across Indiana, Saturday nights at midnight, which will be so awesome.
Be great. Absolutely.
And we are launching a yeah, right? Isn't that that's the time the show should be on?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So we are launching a Kickstarter campaign that will be 30 days long to help us pursue our dream of making it on network TV.
Right.
Cover the costs of production and some of the things that it takes to to actually get a show on a broadcast channel. So we are going to launch that on June 12th, and if you follow us on social media, we are basically going to act like total fools for 30 days to try to get as many people as possible to participate in our Kickstarter. You can get your name in the credits. You can become an official producer of the show.
Sweet.
You can have dinner with us. We'll send you tissues because you cry every episode. You
can be a cameraman for an episode.
Right.
All the options.
Right.
Yes. So
very cool.
If nothing else, we're going to be really, really entertaining for 30 days.
I bet.
Follow us on social media for that.
I bet. Oh, that's you guys heard it first here, right? Statewide network TV, Paranormal X Roads. Man, it's gonna be cool. It's really gonna be cool. I did remember the one thing I was gonna ask. What does your husband think about all this?
Well, mine has nothing to do with it.
No, Patches.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not Patches. Yeah.
Yeah. So producer Patches has been such a trooper through all of this from the first moment that I was like, Kitsie's gonna come over and talk to our lamp with us. To hey, now you're gonna hold a camera and come with us. And he's like, whatever we need to do, honey.
All right, there you go. So I guess he's like me. I just do what she tells me to, right? Whatever she says goes. That's right.
Yep.
Good. That's awesome.
That is right.
Oh, awesome. So anyway, you guys heard it first here. Big news, and now you've heard it first. So donate, become a producer, help out, and it's going to be great. I'm sure it will. Well, Kitsie, Carrie, KJ.
Lord knows we need some more camera operators.
All right. I appreciate you guys coming on. I know that you have another interview after this tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go and say once again, thank you so much for coming on, and I hope you'll come back soon.
Thank you so much, Lee. It was always fun. I'm glad KJ got to be on.
I am too.
This time.
I am too.
So,
and very nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Lee. I hope I get to meet you in person soon.
Absolutely, you will. I guarantee it.
Thanks for breaking the news for us, Guy.
Awesome, man. Yeah, anytime we'll have you back. Alrighty, I'm good.
All right, thank you. Good
All right,
night.
okay. Paranormalxroads.com. Go check it out, guys. Bye.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They crawl all over your dirty snout, your chest. My name is David Walton. I am a vocal performer for What Are You Afraid Of? Horror and Paranormal show. And I have carried the burden of a terrible secret. I am actually what is offensively called a ghost. For years now I have concealed my ectoplasmic existence from my friends and family, in fear of a common prejudice against ghosts, or what we like to call the disembodied. I have existed frightened of being discovered, unable to do physical acts that the embodied take for granted, such as walking a squirrel, or drinking a glass of vitamin E milk fresh squeezed from a whale. I grew depressed and even considered acts of self-harm or reincarnation, which is suicide for the disembodied. Such movies as Ghostbusters and its sequels drove my feelings of disenfranchisement, and I began looking for help, only to encounter painful exorcisms in the houses I haunted. Then I met two good people, it says here, Fox and Phil, at What Are You Afraid Of? Horror and Paranormal. And they helped me take control of my own life. Now, it is my choice whether I wish to make phantom bounds in the night, appear at the foot of your bed in darkness, or make your walls bleed. If you are a disembodied person like I am, and you're living a lie, What Are You Afraid Of? Can help you too. They are on at 9 p.m. on Friday nights at Paranormal X Radio, leaving plenty of time for midnight haunting activities, and can be found on all major podcast services. Listen to their paranormal stories, interviews, humorous sketches and horror fiction to know that you are not alone. And if you are a member of the embodied, don't forget, you are only a single heart attack or tumour away from becoming one of us. This is David Walton. See you on the other side. Or as I call it, this side. And that is the end of a perfect day.
Your source for everything paranormal, Para X.
Way
Hey, this is Lee. If you missed tonight's show or any other show, you can always check them out in the archives on the Paranormal X Radio Network, or you can go to our website and click on any of your favorite apps.
If you've enjoyed this episode, share it with your friends.
This is the Dead Zone Paranormal Radio Show.
Thanks for listening.